Welcome back to another figure review. In this review, we're going to take a look at Marauder Task Force Fenrir, the red-eyed demon dog. Fenrir here is done in a darker gray and light gray colors. As you can see, he has some red eyes. He has some very sweet articulation. Fenrir is the name of the wolf lord in mythology. You've probably seen it in your Marvel, around your Thor or Loki mythologies. He's this big giant wolf. Supposed to be the baddest wolf in mythology. Here's the side of Fenrir. Fenrir has tons of articulation for many different poses. His head will spin 360 if you desire. It does go up and down. We'll take a look at that on his alternate head, because for some reason, even heating this, I can't get it to go too far. I'm not sure if it's range. He has his growling teeth, his black nose. Like I said, he has his demon red eyes. He has some gray, lighter gray above his eyes. His ears are pointed back in the ferocious pose. He has articulation here at the neck, where we'll go 360 also. His paws are articulated here. They go up that much on the front ones and back that far, and they do fan out like this. He basically has what we're going to call them elbows, and articulation here on both front paws, and in his paws itself to pivot up and down. He has an articulation here, so we'll call it a waist swivel, and that will go 360 if you would desire that for some reason. His tail has a small joint here. It does raise up to that point and back down, and it rotates. But mine's kind of a little stiff. This, in my opinion, is probably the weakest point. It's not weak. It would be the most prone piece to break, is what I'm trying to say. So I'd be careful with that piece. His back legs also will rotate out around up back that far. Like Super Dog. And then do go forward some. You can get a sitting position for your pup. Of course, you have to fiddle with it, get all the little joints in a proper position. You can get him to sit pretty nicely. Pretty nice. These are the most articulate dogs that are available to my knowledge in the 1/18 scale. I do know that I've seen prototypes for Joy Toy working on a similar dog design, but I'm not sure when that's going to be available. So his legs will fan out like that. Here's what the underside of Fenrir looks like. These are super nice. The plastic is super solid plastic. It's nice and mix of plastic to where it seems flexible enough to where it's not going to break. Even that tail joint seems pretty good, but it's small, and that's probably what's going to be the prone one to break on these if you're not very careful. They do also recommend that you heat up your figures in your K9. They actually classify these as a K9 unit, and so they recommend for the first time use to heat them up. I've been heating the head up. I can't get much moving out. I'll show you the alternate head. He does come with alternate head, but you can see here on the bottom, it looks like this peg would go forward and back, but for some reason, maybe it's just out of fear of breaking it. I can't get it to go too far. It looks like it go all the way back to here, but I don't want to break it. So this is the alternate head you could have for Fenrir, with his ears pointed straight up. He has some pink paint inside of his ears. He has his evil red eyes, his black nose. Now this head has something additional that the snarling head does not. He has a mouth that opens, and inside his teeth are painted white. He has a tongue, and his upper teeth are painted white, and the roof of his mouth is pink. And it articulates to different positions for whatever you desire, and it goes all the way closed to pretty much where you can't even see his bottom jaw. Very nice. The only other piece it comes with is his other neck piece that you'd swap out if you desire. The difference in the neck piece is that this piece has no collar. This piece has a collar molded into it. It has a black collar. The Marauder Task Force has two different collars. One, it just like wraps around this neck and you like tuck it in. And there is another style collar that just plugs into the back of the figures here. So it actually complete the collar, if you can see that or not. There's a hole there. Just pushes his tabs in. And on this neck piece, it has the dark gray and the light gray on the front. If you noted here, this is just all gray. This piece kind of doesn't match up with his fur pattern. You would think you'd have the gray here also. It would look, in my opinion, it would probably look much better. So you just remove those two pieces, and you would plug this piece into this piece, and that's what he would look like. Okay, I'm not going to swap out the heads because I kind of am going to use the head that's currently on Fenrir, and I don't want to remove the joints any more than I have to. But this will give you an idea of what your options are if you purchase Fenrir. Fenrir himself, you get Fenrir, the actual figure. You get the alternate head and the extra neck piece. I think these are around $12.99. There are all kind of accessories. You can get muzzles, collars, not collars. Well, you get the collar with the leash attached. It's all one piece. Then there's another leash. You can get dog bones. There's actually a tactical vest, I guess you would call it, that fit Fenrir, and you can have pouches and and different little accessories that go on him. Those are also separately, or you can buy as a kit. I think you can get. He comes with a blue, with like a dark cobra looking blue, like that traditional Cobra Trooper blue. You get, I think, like $24.99 if you would be interested in that. I only picked up Fenrir because I'm not totally sure how I like the the dog gear down. You can even buy goggles for the dog if you want. But for me at this point in time, I'm interested in Fenrir figure himself and a leash. But you guys can take a look and see what you guys like and how you want to present your Fenrir in your 1/18 scale universe. These are very cool. They have other canines. There's a husky, a Siberian husky. There's a gray wolf. There's a black German Shepherd, and he's a brown and black German Shepherd. I have here somewhere. I have to find them. I've had for a while. Those came out a while back. Fenrir came out a little bit later on. I just finally decided to catch up on a few pieces that I wanted from Raw Task Force before they sold out, and Fenrir was one of them. So if you're interested to see how Fenrir looks with 1/18 scale figures, give me 1 second. Let's get him standing, and we will. Let's see. Try to use this table and make it look a little better, higher up for the camera here. And we will see. Okay, so let's start out with, here's a Joy Toy figure. That's how they scale. Okay, here is a G.I. Joe figure, which is crankcase. Here is, let's do something different. Here is a Star figure. Here's a Naga. Here is, oops, let's see here what else we got. Here is Spider-Man from the 1/18 scale Marvel Universe line. And here is a Hiya Toys Predator figure. These guys are a little bit taller, so it makes the dog look smaller. Okay. Yeah, he's real cool. He'll fit in any of your action figure lines. You can actually call him whatever you want, but they actually picked a really cool name. I recommend you look up Fenrir. He's a giant wolf, if you're not sure who he is. And take a look at the story behind it. It's really interesting. And he does have some pups that he fathered. So it's really cool mythology. If you look up on YouTube, there's some really nice videos that people have made. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you like this video, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel out, helps me out, and as always, thank you for watching.